to World of Sport. My little ones having a bottle, and it could go absolutely horribly wrong in about 10 seconds when the bottle comes out. And she starts screaming right down the mic. I hope you're all ready to hear a pair of lungs. This is our final installment on World of Sport when it comes to the transfer window. She's getting milk bloody everywhere. Look at the state of this. Oh,
I'm going to take 10 minutes, guys, and then I'll be...
Hey, take your time, pal. There's
back.
no rush. No rush, mate. No rush. Who else has just popped in? Richard's in the house. Love it.
Good evening.
And I don't know what's gone wrong there. There we go. Right, so new so far. Please tell me you're going to drink more than just half an ounce, you little git. Clark's turned down a move to Middlesbrough. It looks like Lewis has turned down a move as well, but they're not going to be in the squad. So that's just a waste of money, isn't it? That's a bit of a nightmare. Yes, feeding the baby. Things have got to be done. Life still goes on, doesn't it? Obviously, Lingard's dead. Aubameyang's moved to Barcelona by the looks of it. It's got to be Zapata, boys and girls. Welcome, Danielle, for your first time on World of Sport TV. Thank you for joining.
Lovely being here.
Good. Do you think it's Zapata now? Me and you were going to get very excited if it happens.
I tell you what, Barry, it's still on mind. Still on. 5.5 million, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. 5.5 million loan deal. No option to buy, apparently, which is even sweeter to the deal. And they said they can have it done as soon as there's contact made from the club. So, Billy, I have to ask the question, why the hell have we not made contact?
We don't know if they have or not, do we? Let's be honest. Let's hope they're on the case right now. They're obviously expecting something to happen with Lingard. That hasn't gone through, obviously. Been messed around by Manchester United. So I guess this is the last resort. And Zapata, who I thought would have been a higher resort than we're kind of saying now. Yeah. He'll be the last one through the door if they do actually make contact, which we kind of hope. We need to get someone to score goals, don't we?
We do. John, what do you make of the dealing so far?
I think it's been for me. I think it's been the best for 14 years, to be honest with you.
Well, that's not hard to top, though, is it?
I think it's been good. I mean, really good. But we do a striker sort of thing. You know what I mean? That'd be fantastic. If we can get a striker through the door, that'd be brilliant. Zapata will be brilliant. But other than that sort of thing, I think it's been fantastic. 5 players through the door, possibly 6, not going up yet, and. Let's hope we get Zapata through the door.
Brilliant. I've just seen a message from Andrew Turnbull. Hey, Baz, at least it's not breastfeeding. Otherwise, you'd be on that only channel like Katie Price. Fantastic. Rich, thank you for coming on again. Obviously, you came on at your lunchtime. And any news for a Villa point of view?
No, it looks like it's all done. There was a little bit of a rumour earlier on for Bissouma, but... looks like Villa are all done. A few outgoings have happened today, like loan deals, but it's been a decent window. I mean, you can't argue with players like Coutinho and Luka Dean coming in. But I have to say we've needed a defensive midfielder for the last 4 years, and we still haven't got one. Well, other than Nakamba, but he's injured at the moment, so I'm a little bit disappointed. I have to say that we haven't signed one of those, but. Yeah, I mean, if you're asking, would I ever thought a player like Philippe Coutinho would be at Villa Park? I don't know what I'd do. So I can't really complain about the window, but it doesn't look like there's going to be any incomings at Villa tonight.
John, is that your phone again?
No, I switched it off, mate. I switched it off.
Put it on bloody silent, man.
I have.
So Richard, obviously, for anyone who doesn't know, obviously Richard's a Villa fan. We've obviously got Matt Targett, who was your player of the season last year. I know Lucas Dean's come in and took his place because he's more of an attacking left back. Can you just tell the Newcastle fans what to expect from Matt Targett?
Yeah, good. He's a good player. Very, very honest pro. He's not the quickest, I would say, but very solid defender. The first year he was at Villa probably struggled a little bit physically, but probably mainly because he hadn't played that many games of Premier League football. He'd been at Southampton, obviously, and then I think he went on loan to Fulham. But hadn't played too many Premier League games. So that first season was a bit of a shock. And then last season he really came to the fore and was brilliant. And like you say, got Player of the Season. And this season's just been in and out. He had a bit of a struggle at the start of the season from an injury. Came back through and done pretty well. But the way Gerrard likes to play is not quite suiting the way that we need to play. But for you guys, in terms of shoring up the defence, I think he'll do a good job.
Yeah, a good message from Steve in there. Cheers for an amazing day between your channels and polls. And sorry, it's not a super chat hit, but my limit on here for some reason. Mate, honestly, you've donated enough to this channel. You've been absolutely fantastic. I hope you enjoy the gift I sent you. I think you should get it tomorrow. Fingers crossed. But thank you very much for being a big fan of the channel and donating what you have done. You know, doesn't matter if your messages in the super chat. You've just been absolutely phenomenal to us and to Paul. So we thank you very much for that. Baz, breastfeed him. It's a girl. Come on, mate. If you've been watching the channel, you should know I had a baby girl. My little boy's 3, and he's definitely not going to be getting
That's the first thing I picked up on, was the fact that it was a girl, not a boy. Not the breastfeeding bit.
Well, you know, if I could lactate some milk and it needed it, it could have it. You know, you do anything.
It's a
for
really
your kids.
horrible thought, man.
But you do anything for your kids, though, Jade. You do everything before you do anything you can for your kids. It's as simple as that. Trust me. But what else we got? Stephen says you would know it again when he can. Honestly, Stephen, but don't expect it. You know, whatever you want to donate, whenever you want to do it, mate. You crack on, but please let me know when you get the tube I sent you, and let me know if you like what's inside it. I think you will.
That sounds phenomenal.
It's a lovely gift I've sent them for all the donations, and it came out of my pocket as well. So honestly, he deserves it. Baz became Peter Griffin and breastfed his kid. That was a good episode of Family Guy, that one. What do we all make of Aubameyang going to Barcelona? Daniel, do you think we've missed a trick?
I mean, we're getting to the stage now where, of course, I would have said absolutely get him if we can get him. But I mean, it's just been a carry on all day with Aubameyang, hasn't it? Oh, you know, I'm only here on a day trip to see the family. Like, what's that about? You're sitting outside Barcelona's ground in a car, like
Peter Aubameyang, didn't he?
It's just brilliant.
He actually got the move though.
No, that's it, and that's the thing with us. We just never get that kind of luck, do we? But hey, it's been a fantastic window. Let's see. We've got another just under 3 hours. Let's see what can happen, because, like I seen on Twitter before, if anyone can do it, it can be us with the resources that we've got. So let's see. I have faith.
Daniel Brown, thank you very much for being a member and joining the family of World of Sport. Thank you very, very much. It's really appreciated. Jade, what do you make of Aubameyang going to Barcelona? Is that a good move for the Spanish side? I don't know if it is.
I think it's a poor move for Barcelona personally, financially and player wise. You know, you don't really have the money anyway, so you're effectively bringing yourself a problem. I don't think they necessarily need him. Probably just looking for a name to appease people after having a poor year and a half.
Aguero, obviously retiring.
Yeah, you know, they took Aguero on, and then unfortunately they lost him really, really shortly due to his health reasons. So I think it's something for that, to be honest, just to kind of cover up and replace that loss. If I think it was a loss, ask me again in a couple of hours. If we haven't brought in an attacking player who's going to get us goals, then my answer will be a little bit different. But we'll see how the next couple of hours go before I make my opinion on that one.
Right. Here we go with Lingard. Lingard says he's very disappointed he cannot move. Right. We all know about this clause. If you're in the last 6 months of your contract, you can buy it out. If Lingard is that desperate to leave Man United, why isn't he activating it? Billy?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. But is it a time thing? I mean, I'm guessing if he does kind of buys out his contract, there'll be a free agent who can sign him anytime anyway. Exactly. So that might be something that happens after transfer deadline day, I guess. Does he want to leave Manchester United on really, really bad terms? I'm guessing not. He seems like a decent professional, you know. But the way Manchester United have treated him in the past, let's say, season, really, has been nothing short of despicable. And he'd be well within his rights to kind of activate that kind of clause, I believe. Stephen
says he might not know about it, so I think that's a one for Twitter and Instagram to get on.
Do we know of many players that do that? They just go and lump up a 2.5 million figure, and
it has happened in the past. I'm sure it has.
How many times recently do they just whack out 2 million and say, "Here you go, here's 2 mil. There's the end of my contract." Like, I can't honestly name many players that would go for that, especially nowadays when it's still very money orientated.
Yeah, but, I don't know. Danielle, what do you think of it?
I just don't know if it's possible. I thought it was just for summer deals.
Not if he buys himself out of his contract.
I'd love him to do it. I mean, wouldn't we all? The final 2 fingers to Old Trafford, which is what we would like.
Obviously, he's a big Man U fan, though, isn't he? So he wants to go on good terms, I guess.
I get that, but there isn't kind of any loyalty coming from their end, is there? So,
no, there's not at all.
And I just think, their owners, they're just toxic. They're just absolutely toxic. Don't get us started, actually, Barry, because I've just calmed down from 2 hours on board.
Yeah, just watch that. Let it be chilled for a bit.
But yeah, I'd love to see it. I was really looking forward to seeing him in a black and white shirt. I thought he could have really, really made a difference the last half of the season for us. But do you know what? We've had a really good window. We might still have time, so I'm really positive. I think we'll stay up, but hopefully Zapata comes in, because then, in terms of today, that's mine and yours dream day done, isn't it? Really,
it is. 100%. So if you've noticed, I've got a baby and Danielle's got a cat.
Yeah,
I'm sure this is the wrong way around. That should be Mr. Claw from Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh, don't open your eyes now. Richard, Lingard, do you think he should buy himself out of his contract and force a move to Newcastle? To save his England national career, to be fair. It's coming up to that window, isn't it?
It does seem a strange one that they're just not letting him go. I think he's probably suffering from the 2 clubs that are interested in him, or apparently interested in him, the likes of West Ham, who are in direct competition with Man United, and you guys, who Man United seem not to want to do any business with because they're throwing their toys out of the pram about the ownership. So, I dare say if someone like a Villa came in for them or something like that, I dare say they probably would have let him go. I don't know about buying out of contracts. I don't know the dealings of it. I also think maybe the timing of the Mason Greenwood situation has probably put a little bit of a stop to a player like that going, because they may end up using him a little bit more than they probably intended to. So I think that may have had something to do with it.
Yeah, he still can't. I mean, there's plenty of other talent at Man United that are in front of him, though.
I think he should be in the team. If you ask me, I think he's better than Rashford at the minute. Although Rashford scored a couple of goals the last couple of weeks. I really like Lingard through the last few years. I like the way he plays the game. So I'm just surprised that he hasn't got in more. Obviously, Donny van de Beek's gone to Man United again. Perhaps that means that he's going to get more of a chance as well. I know Van de Beek wasn't getting in, but if they lose both of them, that's obviously weakening them even more. So, yeah, it is bizarre, but maybe they are going to use him more.
You'd think. Oh, don't skip over that one, but I want to talk about this one. Arsenal, 25-man squad. How they're going to do that with all the players they're leaving? So I'm sure there'll be the under-23 players coming into it. Or do they have to name a 25-man squad? Can't they name less if they wanted to? I think Leeds do that, don't they, John?
I think you guys have the homegrown ones as well. I think that's about 8 of them in there. But
can you name a squad without 25 men in it? That's the what whack he's trying to get at here. If they're losing all the players and they've only got 20 men, and they've obviously got to register the 25-man squad, can they just register 20 and get away with it? I don't know what the answer is to that.
Well, I don't know then, sort of thing. They have to add some other people as well, like the under-23s and that sort of thing. So it could be that. So
you'd think in COVID times that they'd have to put a full 25 squad in, otherwise it lays it open for potential postponements. If they, if they've gone only 2 or 3 have had COVID, for instance.
Yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting. Sorry, the blanket's fallen off the little one again. Now she's got her eyes open, and I'm just waiting for a cry. I don't know what she's going to do.
Bless her.
She's only had 2 ounces of 5 ounces. She said she was hungry, and she's not. She's a nightmare.
No, she just wants to poop on your bus.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's what she does sometimes as well.
Exactly. Normally she likes to do it. She's got good form.
Brilliant. Novak sent a tweet to saying about the Webster close a week ago as for not wanting to leave on bad terms. I think that ship has already sailed. Possibly. Yeah. I mean, he's a fan though, isn't he? That's the thing. Any news on Henderson? I'm guessing if we can't get Lingard over the line, they're not going to talk to us about Henderson either, are they? So,
isn't he going to Watford?
Really?
Dean Henderson.
They probably would want to strengthen our rival to us, yeah.
I think he's going to Watford.
Potentially. So Trippier, Wood, Bruno, Taggart, Burn. Is there a 6? Trippier and Bruno are both world class. I didn't think we get 2 at that level. So for me, it's definitely, even though we don't get another player in, it's a 10 out of 10 window. You know, after the last 14 years we've seen, this is just unbelievable what's happened today. We woke up in the morning, we didn't start till 10, but yet everything was breaking at 8 o'clock in the morning and our phones were going absolutely mental. Everyone was like, get online now. I'm like, I can't, I've got things to do. You know, we do have a life as well. Right, can we try and stop the caps, guys? Because only one person's allowed caps, and he's a special person to me in Jordan. So,
Jeff Hendrick is going to QPR, apparently.
Is that happening?
Not Middlesbrough.
Because there was meant to be Clark as well, but obviously he turned the move down. Hendrick was supposedly going to Borough, but now could be Queen's Park Rangers. That could be a good signing for them, to be fair.
Yeah.
Good move
Jamal Lewis has turned down a transfer as well, so he's
exactly why is he
apparently going to be staying, but won't be in the 25-man squad. Apparently, according to Sky.
So that's just a waste as well, isn't it?
I've got some news about the Webster deal. I've had a message sent from Rob, and he says Lingard would have to give 15 days' notice, and a panel would then probably be needed to work out compensation. So it could happen.
So it could happen after the window, couldn't it? It could happen 2 weeks after the window. He's put his
because then he'd be a free agent, wouldn't he? And anyone could sign him.
There are some more rumours that I've just seen about Felipe from Atletico as a centre back. We've just been linked with him, and apparently they would push for Longley from Barcelona as their replacement for that. That's come from a few places. Partida Copa, whatever that is. Felipe is 32-year-old centre back from Atletico. I don't know too much about him, so maybe Jade does.
Yeah, he's a solid centre back, but given there's only a couple of hours left of the window, well, where's Burn? And if Burn's not going ahead, then I don't know, do something. But we need
a few people have tweeted that that's okay. Actually,
we need an attacking option. For me, I think we've pretty much got a brand new back four. As much as I really like Felipe, and I'm loving this, bringing Atletico over to Newcastle, because it's kind of like a dream team for me. Just keep picking up Atletico players and bringing them over, which would be lovely. But I just don't think that's, given only 2 hours left, 2.5 hours left, that's somewhere that we should really be pushing for at the minute, unless we do have an attacker and we're going to go 1-2.
And he's got similar stats to Lejeune, so we've just come full circle. We just should just not sold him.
We should definitely not sell Lejeune. That really drove me nuts, that one. Apparently, according to HP, I'm told the owners are not giving up on the window, but time is against them.
Yeah, it's pretty much what Craig Hope tweeted out earlier, I think. But good on them. They're trying. That's all we can expect, is that they're giving it a shot, and that, let's keep our fingers crossed that, we'll get someone. We'd love to.
That's all we've ever asked of our club, is that we have owners that try.
Yeah.
I do wonder if they tried to kind of return to the deal for Loftus-Cheek or Barkley. I wonder if that would be kind of an option for them this late in the window.
I mean, if it's a deal, I guess
bottom of the barrel stuff here.
Yeah, definitely. But again, it's a body with a bit of talent, isn't it?
Creative midfielder, attacker type player, aren't we? So
yeah. If Zapata's no option to buy, see how he gets on. If it works out well, to strike a deal could go against us, though. If it does well, it could go against us. But if we get him in, he scores the goals to keep us up, and then there's amounts of options to us in the summer. So I'm all for the Zapata deal.
Same.
Yeah.
DJL Floats, thank you very much for the £10 super chat. Even and all donated to Paul earlier, so I should do the same on here. Well done for today. With everyone's working, hopefully we will have a nice surprise tonight. Class, just to have some excitement, to be honest. Exactly. This is it. How many times have we come to an 8 o'clock on a transfer deadline day and just looked at it and just went, I'll put Coronation Street on EastEnders instead.
Yeah.
True.
You know what I mean? The only reason why... but the only reason why I'm getting away with doing this all day, because I told the missus how exciting this is, and I said I've got to do this because the channel needs me to do it, and the people need me to do it, and they need the excitement, and they need to see me being excited. And she went, "Shut up and just get on with it."
Wise words from a wise woman.
Yeah, she always does it to me. Stop talking about Man U. They're a disgrace. Yes, they are. John would know more than anybody else. Dembele Zapata free signings in question. Yeah, exactly. So Ali apparently at Everton, it's gone a little bit wrong. I don't know why, because he was having his medical, and it got tweeted out, and even Sky said there was something not quite right.
I was just about to say. I thought that I heard that Newcastle tried to hijack it. I don't know if you.
I think Romano's just squashed those claims. I think he said.
Has he?
It's taking a little longer than usual, but it's okay. Yeah, Dele Alli medical with Everton still ongoing. Long one, yes, but no problem. Normal process. I'm told it's still the same. He's going to join Everton. So that's from Romano. And I got a funny one for Jade. My mate was watching earlier when you were mentioning Morata, and he's a Leicester fan, and he went, "Well, I've got an even funnier question for you. Would you take Perez back on loan?"
You can tell your friends very politely, no, thank you.
Yes.
Although he does hit his best form actually in the second half of the season, so that should always be remembered.
Yeah, definitely. He always seems to go on a run like 15 games doing nothing, and then suddenly he turns it on for 14 games in a row. So
he's got flick-ons and nutmegs, and then forgets for another season.
And he scored that amazing goal in training that we always see pop up online again, don't we? Do you think the players already at the club will now step up, seeing their place in the team is now under threat? Where for the last so many years they could play mediocre and still get their place. It's true. I mean, you would think professional pride would come into it, wouldn't you? You don't want to lose football matches. I mean, I never got paid when I played football, but I wanted to win. It's not the taking part, it's the winning. But it is the taking part sometimes. But I always wanted to win.
That's where you are in the table, doesn't it?
Well, that's true. Big fan of Baz. Do you think we'll survive? I have not been impressed by Wood at all. Thanks for being a fan.
No, Baz got fans.
I've got a fan. That's all. The rest of them get fans, not me. So yes, I've got a fan. Yes. I think we'll survive, and I think you just need to give Wood a bit of time. I know he's not hit the ground running like we hoped, but we haven't played the football that really suits him. Which can be terrible football at times. But let's see if we can get Wineman in, get crosses in the box, and see how he does. What's happening with Dan Burn? Does anyone know? It's fine. It's just waiting for the announcement. I think there might have been a nick with his medical, but it's been tweeted out from various people. It's fine. It's going ahead. It will be done.
Probably because he's so tall, it took him ages to check everything.
They were trying to find a tape measure that actually went that high. It's a max of 25, so yes, you can register less than 25. There you go. So that's how Arsenal will get away with it. If they've got less than 25 players, they just register what they've got. So, but I'm positive they'll bring some youngins in if they have to.
I mean, Spurs are the ones that've got rid of loads of players today, haven't they?
Have, yeah.
Lots of midfield players, haven't they?
They've registered 2 today as well, though, haven't they? So,
yeah.
It's not too bad a business for them. Minimum registration is 17 players. I didn't know that. So I'm guessing that's 11 and then 6 on the bench, isn't it? So yeah, that works. Under 19s not included in 25-man squad. That is true. Actually, I forgot about that rule. No chance of a Botman surprise. I would love a Botman surprise, but it's just not going to happen.
We're just waiting for any surprise right now, sweetie.
I know. CAFC Florida, thank you very much for the $10 super chat. If no striker comes through the doors, you still have bought in players that should significantly increase the chances created. That is very true. And I mean, like we've all said, I think our marquee signing is definitely Bruno. John, what do you make of it?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, about Bruno sort of thing, definitely marquee signing. And listen, I'm happy to sign in Spassi, you know that. And I think, how do I pull it? Just listen, I'm just looking forward to new players. I'm playing for Newcastle all the time, and Looking forward to it.
We all are.
And you know what it is, right? I mean, it's going to take him time to settle in. Bruno's going to take time because he's coming to a new country. Yeah. And give him a couple of games. I think he'd be fantastic.
Yeah, I think he's going to be absolutely the star of our team. Rich, what do you make of that signing for Newcastle to pull off a coup like that?
World class.
I don't know anything about him, to be brutally honest. I've never heard of him.
Have you not done what we've done and gone on YouTube and watched the best clips of him and signed up all that? Because that's what we've done.
I can't say I have, mate. No, to be fair, had he been signing for Villa, I would have done, but no. But you know, obviously Brazilian international. Got all the credentials, and for you guys to sign, that type of player, and that everybody wants those defensive midfielders who can play, and you've got one of the main ones, so it's a great signing for you guys. I'm interested to. John said he'd give him a bit of time to settle in, but he's only giving him a couple of games.
I mean, he pocketed Verratti like last week. He's more than capable of stepping up.
Yeah, absolutely. So it does take players a bit of time to settle in the Premier League, the pace of it, and Brazilian players do tend to take that a little bit of time. Villa have got one in Douglas Luiz who divides opinion between Villa fans as one game is brilliant, the next game is crap. So, you just have to wait and see and be a bit careful. But like I say, for you guys in terms of who you could attract under Steve Bruce and the previous ownership to what you guys can attract now, it's just night and day. So good luck to him.
Really is.
He's got Joe Linton in the midfield to speak Portuguese with, so hopefully that will help him a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. George T, I know he became a member today. He's new to the channel and he's just done a £10 super chat. So thank you very, very much for that. Thanks to all at World of Sport for a great day of NUSC chat. Still happy with what we have done. Exactly. I mean, how can we not be happy? Let's have a look. This one looks quite interesting. Webster rule: any player who signed a contract before the age of 28 can buy himself out of the contract 3 years after the deal was signed. If he is 28 or older, the time limit is shortened to 2 years. Very interesting. I love it how our people are chatting right on the ball when we start talking about something, and then suddenly just start flying facts at words. Great. Makes us look clever.
So he could actually do it, couldn't he? He could do it if he wanted to.
Yep. There you go. That doesn't surprise me, does it? Adam Bailey saying that all Manchester United fans want us to go down. I mean,
we want you to go down as well. So,
go on, Did.
There you go.
You've played them already twice, haven't you?
Yeah, got beaten, drew with them at home.
Yeah,
when we should have.
Disappointing that you haven't got them again now, isn't it?
I know.
Give us a couple of years. It's been really, really interesting as we take your European place and move up that table. And that's been really interesting watching you cry as you slide down.
Yeah.
I love it. Burn hasn't been officially announced yet, but it will happen. Don't worry. Personally, I don't think any player should have to buy themselves out of a contract using their own money. If they don't want to be at the club anymore, then let them go. But when you're under contract, you've got a value to the club, and the value of that contract is 2.5 million. So Man United refusing the offer that we've given them for 6 months when they know they're going to miss out on him in the summer if they just let his contract run down. It's just stupid. Yeah, exactly. Because personally, I thought Lingard should have went to the board and went, right, I want to leave. The board say, well, we're not letting you leave. Right, I'm going to make this really difficult for you. You either let me leave or I'm buying myself out of my contract and I'm going anyway. Now, do you want me to go kicking and screaming, or do you want to get some money off Newcastle and do the deal with them, because you'll get more money than me actually buying out the contract? Because we were offering them something like 7 or 9 million.
7, yeah, something like that.
Exactly. So he could just go, there's 2.5 million, see you later. Do you know, it doesn't make sense. But again, he could say, it could have been kicked an even bigger fuss. He could have said, I'm going to pay the 2.5 million and I'm going to go to West Ham and get 4th spot. Now, sell me to Newcastle. Otherwise, that's what I'm going to do. Do you know what I mean? It's bribery. It's blackmail in a way. It's a shitty way to do it. But if you really wanted to leave, the option is there to do it. So
sometimes you've got to do what you've got to do, haven't you?
Exactly.
For the record, I think he'd make himself an absolute hero as well at Newcastle.
He would, wouldn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. He's that type of player who'll get you 5 or 6 goals, and look what he did at West Ham.
Exactly. I mean, Unit Toon Trader, that's the charity we sponsor, the charity. Piff should just buy Man United, then backrump them. I love it. Just put them into liquidation.
I'd rather really upset the fans by demoralising them and knocking them down the table, to be honest. I think I get more enjoyment watching that.
A slow, painful death.
Yes, it needs to be slow and painful, the same as our demise was. I want them to endure that.
Jay, they're just going to support somebody else that's higher in the table. That's how they are.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what they do.
They might
probably
support us.
No, they'll probably go and support Man City. That's how fickle they are.
Probably.
John, what would you do as a Man United fan if you went into liquidation and you were support Man
City? Sorry, repeat the question, Baz, sorry.
I said, you being a Man United fan, if they went into liquidation, would you go and support Man City?
Probably not. No, definitely not.
So you're agreeing to
the
question.
Still went over his head. Twice answered the question.
No.
Flew over your head there, John. I said, you being a Man United fan, John, when Man United go into liquidation, would you go and support Man City?
I told you I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
Right, the answer was, I'm not a Man United fan. I support Newcastle. Caught you out again. More evidence.
We know Mario Balotelli. He's just gone live playing Xbox. All right, so don't think about Balotelli. There is no Balotelli. He's currently live playing Xbox.
Is he back in the Italian squad, John?
There's talk about him being back in the Italian team, yeah. But
he got called up in the recent fixture. He was in the list.
Yeah. I think he plays. He's in Turkey now. He's playing well at the minute, so he must have got his place back. But very interesting. Very interesting. Get his place back. I'm shocked because I thought he was done for the Italian national team.
Very strange. Right, we're going to do something a little bit different just for 10 minutes. Let's move away from the transfer window a little bit, only because we've got Jade and Billy's. I tried to do this myself, guys, but there was so much going on with the kids, I didn't get a chance to do it. They've made their predicted lineups for the Everton game with the transfers that are in right now, and let's have a look to see what they came up with. Whose was this one? I can't remember.
Lord knows, I can't see it.
I didn't pick a captain, so
this one must be Billy's then.
It's probably Billy's because I didn't pick a captain.
So Billy's gone with Dubravka in goal, Shaw and Byrne at centre back, Trippier at right back, Target at left back, Joelinton, Bruno and Shelvey in the free in midfield with Fraser on the right, St. Maxim on the left and Wood up front on his own. Do you see any potential changes to that team, Billy, or do you think that is our best 11 going forward with the way the window is right now?
Well, the way it is right now, if Zapata comes to the door, he's in straight in if it would. And obviously, push them. The formation is a 4-3-3. I just couldn't be bothered to push them all forward into the right place.
Brilliant. It looks like we're playing 7 at the back, doesn't it? It's a 7-3. That's it. So I'll start with you, Richard. What do you make of that team? Do you think that's got enough to stay up?
Yeah, I think it has. Yeah, I think the question for you guys is the goals, isn't it? From Wood, is he gonna score the goals? Is he good enough to play as a lone front man? Have you got enough creativity in there? I'm not sure, but you've made the improvements at the back. You get a set piece, something like that. Dan Burn, Joe Linton, Chris Wood, they're going to be dangerous off set pieces. So you can see yourselves, sneaking a few 1-0 wins away from home, that type of thing. So, yeah, I think it is. You've 100% given yourselves the best chance out of all those teams in that bottom 4 or 5 with the signings that you've made.
Yeah. John, what do you make of that team? Do you think that's the best team we can put out now, or is there a slight change you would make?
I think that's the best. I will say 4-3-3. I mean, the squad.
It is 4-3-3. Don't you worry. It's just the way it's been made.
Yeah. No,
they're difficult to move, all right, John.
Hey. It's definitely not 7 at the back. Let's put it that way.
No, definitely.
Definitely not 7 at the back. Otherwise, I'll not turn off on the matches. Listen, I think that's a crack formation 4-3-3. The players in that squad is good enough to keep us up. I mean, I'd like to see Chris Wood score some more goals at this moment in time, and I think Bruno is going to make a difference in the midfield. I really do. Joe Linton's getting better. He's having a cracking season in that midfield. Bruno, I'm looking forward to it. Shelvey is slightly better. And I thought their back four looks very solid.
Yeah. Yeah. Danielle, what do you make of it?
I love that back four.
Yeah.
The kind of devil on my shoulder saying, will he drop Lascelles though? I don't know
That
if he
is
will.
true.
I hope he does, for God's sake, because I never want to see him in that back ever again. I think he's just poor. Shaw played really, really well against Leeds. Loved it. Love the middle. Love Big Joe. Bruno, what a signing. It's just Wood that Moises, but give him a chance. Let's hope Saint can get a couple of goals as well. Fraser scored one on Saudi on Friday. Let's hope they can carry on with that trend. Yeah, I love that. That's great.
It was a great finish as well,
better.
Fraser's goal. Great finish.
Did you see the interview after though? He was buzzing. He was like, it was an absolute banner.
Brilliant. Stato, what do you make of that? Do you see a potential different formation or someone else you would put into the team?
I'd probably go with this, to be honest. Obviously, I think Shelvey will drop back as an anchor in between the centre-backs and try and ping it about. Bruno's not going to sit there. Absolutely no way. Shelvey will play exactly the same role he's played all season. And then Bruno and Joelinton will just float and press and attack and hunt and sniff the ball all throughout that midfield. And then I'm hoping Target does a bit more than our other left backs have done so far this season. That might see a bit more output from Maxi if he gets a bit more oomph on that left side. If he gets more overlaps, more speed, that might create more space for him. Yeah, I think this is the most logical lineup, definitely. Yeah. With Wood in the squad, this is what you've got to do. Again, where people have mentioned where are the goals coming from, I think apart from the Cambridge game, there have been a lot of games recently where we look like we could have scored 3 or 4, and we just keep hitting the bloody crossbar, and it's just not going in. So I think Joelinton's due a few, Fraser likewise, and we've had a few penalties denied. I do think over the course of time, these things do average out. So I think we will start to see some more goals from some of these players like Joelinton and Fraser, because they've been getting in the right positions. So that will come. So yeah, this is probably the most likely starting 11, and it's what I also would pick. It's the best one, I think.
Cool. Very quickly there, Munch, thank you very much for becoming a member of World of Sport TV. We really appreciate that, and welcome to the family. So that's Billy's. I think, Jade, yours is exactly the same, apart from the formation's a little bit different. You've gone for a 4-1-2-3 in a way. Guimaraes is sitting a bit deeper, but it's probably the same, just maybe this is the way that it's
looks. The same. I just like Billy. Yeah, I couldn't be bothered to keep trying to move him around. It took me like 10 minutes to get Lascelles off the pitch.
Exactly the same thing.
Yeah, just gave up in the end and just left it there. But I think with what we've got and what we've signed so far, this is the way forward with those available players.
Yeah. You see, I would still like to see a 4-2-3-1, and what I would do is have Bruno and Joelinton sitting back and have Shelvey pushed up in the free with Wood. So like a bit of a diamond.
I wouldn't, because he hasn't got the pace for that. You can't sit him in behind a striker like that. He hasn't got the legs. Someone's asking about Willock, or a few comments asking about Willock in that. Willock went to my bench. I dropped Willock actually to make room for Bruno. That's what happened. Willock used to be there. And then we signed Bruno, so I took Willock out to make room for.
See, that's too deep for Willock for me. That's why I would have Willock have to be further up for me. So if I played a 4-2-3-1, you could drop Shelvey and play Willock there potentially. But Willock hasn't performed this season.
I feel like that's so harsh on Shelvey though.
It is,
because you can't drop anyone for Willock this season. I'm afraid. Personally, you can't.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. But I would like to see a 4-2-3-1 if we can, but that formation 4-3-3 with those players is more than likely how it'll work, and they're our best players unless something incredible happens in the window.
That's so harsh on John Joe. If he has to say to him, look, John Joe, I'm dropping you because other people are crap, not because you're crap. That's gonna suck.
I mean, he could play Joelinton in the number 10 instead, but we've seen him play that role, and it's not really suited him. He has suited being a bit more of an enforcer in the midfield and carrying the ball and putting himself about. So would you want to take that away from him when he's actually found it? That's such a difficult thing, isn't it? But again, it's round round blocks and square pegs, isn't it? You're trying to force things that you shouldn't. So 4-3-3 looks good. That formation from Billy and Jade with those players will work. And then you've got hopefully some quality come on from the bench. Willock, if he can find some form, might force his way into it, but we'll just have to wait and see. If Lingard wanted to play for another team this season, all he needs to be as a free agent, but at 11 p.m., so 15 days notice would rule that out as an option. No, because if he puts a 15 days notice in after the window, he's a free agent and he can be picked up whenever he wants. So there's still time for that. The other thing as well I got told is that this special dispensation for paperwork can go through till 1 a.m. So it's not 12 p.m., which I thought the cutoff was. It's actually 1 a.m. So
no, I'm sure it is because I've seen Man United pull off deals at like 12:30, and there's Man United have signed such and such, and I'm like, how have they managed that? And then you realise they had the special whatever. It was just Man United,
went into the Tuesday for one deal about 5 or 6 years ago. I can't remember who it was for, but they actually managed to get it into Tuesday before they actually signed them. I can't remember who it was though.
Right. I'm just trying to find out if anyone's modern because we've got a bit of a tit in the chat somewhere, but I won't even know where it is. But if anyone can read the private chat and maybe go and find it and get rid of them, that would be great. Baz, is that a no? There is no 6. It's not a no. We're working on, apparently, according to Keith Downey and the lot of test guys saying there's still 3 in the pipeline. So let's just see what happens. Right, there is people modding, so hopefully they'll pick up on it.
They've gone.
All right, brilliant. Under 23 is 1-0 up. Excellent. That's good news.
Who's that against?
Against Villa.
Villa. Oh, Richards. Oh,
I knew the answer.
2-0 up.
I knew the answer to that.
2-0. God. Hey, they're on fire at the moment, the under 23s, aren't they? They really took on this whole
really good
lease of the new owners and stuff like that. So it's absolutely brilliant.
I was going to go, but I did this, and I thought I'd stay loyal to you guys. I'm glad.
I bet you're glad you had now. I don't like it.
Yeah.
You should have been there, and you could have vlogged a win for us. Damn it, Richard. You're not thinking, Richard. You're not thinking.
There's a poll on Twitter where they ask, do you think Newcastle will bring a striker in before the window shuts? And 80% of Newcastle fans have said no.
Wow. Right, that's just Ashley nailed down.
There's still a chance, and until the window is shut, I will hold on to that chance because I know.
What about Solanke from Bournemouth? Because they've just signed Kiefer Moore and Siriki Dembele. Just wondering if Solanke.
It's never really shone in the Premier League for me, to be honest. So.
But Howe knows him, and he signed him, didn't he? So you might fancy maybe having another crack with him in the Premier League. If it's a last ditch one, Jade, it's our only option. Is it a yes or a no?
No, we should have left the era of it's our only option, last dip buys. I thought we're leaving that behind and moving away from that PTSD mentality. But here we are.
Not a 8:45 at night.
I'm transfer deadline day.
We're all sat here going, well, it's a last ditch option. We don't really have much choice. We haven't got a choice. I refuse to comment until after the deadline's closed on that one.
Bless you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll keep my opinions to myself until the window's shut and whether or not he's here or not.
Sky is picking us apart as far as deals go.
Well, they've been picking us apart for years. They love to do it.
I mean, look at Paul Merson. Alex Fraser hasn't scored all season. I'm sorry, wishes on stats, and Jonathan ain't going to score 2 years.
But he's had 3 penalties denied, and all of them were clear penalties that got absolutely destroyed by Match of the Day, the media. They had ex-referees come in and say, that's ridiculous, that should have been a penalty.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're chatting shit, mate. Fraser deserves at least 3 penalties this season. He's hit the post, he's hit the crossbar. It will go in at some point.
Assists as well. If you look at that ball he fired into ASM, but that back post, he's got the quality to whip a ball in as well. So I think you're doing him a bit of disservice there.
Over the course of a season, these things will average out. They're not all going to hit the post, and he's not going to get denied every penalty. He'll get some of these decisions eventually.
He puts a hell of a shift in down that right-hand side. So...
I mean, we haven't got anybody else to play right wing. What do you want? Do you want Murphy there instead? Who's
definitely
about equal-ish in ability in different ways?
I think that's really tight on Fraser. I think since Eddie Howe's come in, I think he's done an all right job, to be fair, done that right. I don't think he's been that bad. So I think that's a bit tight for me there, Ginger.
I mean, it was a great goal, and if he can just find that in a game, you know, he's got the capabilities to do it. He scored a lot of goals for Bournemouth, didn't he? And created a lot. So I'm excited.
No.
So a deal off. I don't know if it is or it isn't. It's one of those ones that could literally go in the last hour and go, right, we're paying the 5.5 million.
Well, if we hit the last hour, we need a striker and everyone's linking us to another centre-back.
I know. Diop again and all this sort of stuff.
Diop and more Felipe rumours. And I'm like, can we not just pick up Carrasco or maybe have a look at Carrera or something from Atletico? Yeah. If we're going to be going back there for another one, we'll just pick up one of those. That's
the only thing Fraser's going to look challenging at is his size, and that's it. But how many free kicks did he win against Leeds as well, putting his body on the line? He literally ran his socks off, and he ran himself so hard. Well, exactly. But he ran himself so much that he ran himself into cramp and had to hobble for the rest of the game. I mean, if you don't want that kind of player in your team, everyone said we need people who can fight relegation. Mm-hmm. And that was the kind of fight that you want to see from a player in a relegation fight. So I'm sorry, I'd rather have that over a Dembele any day of the week. Because Dembele in a relegation
I'd rather have Dembele. He's just not. The problem is he's not in a Newcastle shirt, so it's going to have to be Fraser.
I would love Dembele, but I'm saying in a relegation fight, in that Leeds game, you'd rather have Fraser on the pitch than Dembele on the pitch getting kicked around. Because Dembele wouldn't last 10 minutes in that kind of game, to be fair. So that's just what I'm saying. But I would love Dembele. I mean, there's still a chance that could happen because there's nobody willing to offer his contract.
So, Scott, we're doing quick.
Yeah. Zapata off. Everyone's saying it's off, but has it really been on?
Sky Italia is off.
That sucks,
man. It's such an easy deal to get done by the sounds of it. I mean...
And the reason is though, Bas, they're not going to get a replacement for him anyway. So
they've already got a replacement for him, mate. Didn't Atlanta sign a striker like 2 days ago?
So the problem is now it looks like we've wasted a lot of time on certain players, and the media are going to absolutely lap that up.
Absolutely.
Well, the media can kiss my backside because I think we've had a great window, and I don't give two hoots what they say and what Sky say because they're all part of the little cartel. I'm not gonna get going again like I did earlier. But listen, I don't pay for Sky. Never ever would I. Ridiculous. The whole situation. Let's see what happens in summer. We'll get through, and then the big bucks will come out in summer. Well, Man United can have some of that.
To keep us up.
If you stay up.
We will stay up, John. We've got to stay up. There's no other option.
Exactly.
I love it. I love that fight. We have to stay up. There is no other option.
There's no other option. I can't. I'm not thinking like that. It's not Steve Bruce now. I'm not thinking.
Exactly. It's not Steve Bruce. It's not Mike Ashley. The club's changed.
Had you in the dressing room, Danielle, they'd definitely stay up.
Well, I'd cut their pay if they didn't win. That's why. That's it.
Get yourself away to bed, man. That's all, folks. It's not all. We're excited about this one. This is the first time we want to actually stay up and watch the rest of the window because we don't know what's going to happen. It's incredible. Right, very quickly, because we've not done this yet, and I hate doing it, but we've got to do it, haven't we? Because if we don't, then people don't do it. So please subscribe if you're enjoying the channel. Please subscribe if you've loved the Toon Review and our partnership today. It's been absolutely fantastic. So please subscribe to Hayes' channel and subscribe to our channel. We're on our road to 3,500. It would be amazing if we can get close to that. We're 300 away, so it's free to do. Just hit one button and then forget about it. It would be absolutely amazing if you could. Memberships are an option as well. 99p, 199, 299. We've given the option to pay what you feel the channel deserves, if you want to pay anything, of course. And with that, you will be entered into a members prize draw only. And what we do is we put the money back into these guys, not all of it, some of it, because we buy prizes to give to you guys from this shop, Sports Trader. It's a UK-wide charity, and there's a UK shop going to be opened in the Northeast. And they're basically trying to create a level playing field for all kids to buy them decent gear and, give them a chance to compete at a level in school. It's an absolute fantastic charity, so please check it out. And the final one for now, Northern Soul Photo Guy. Please check him out. He's absolutely fantastic. Look at those prints. They're about £15 or £20 to buy, I think. Check his website out. He donates a couple to the channel. We've given away one already to a subscriber, Daniil, who should receive it tomorrow, and there'll be much more prizes throughout the year. I can promise you that. And as we speak, Charlie Watts, thank you very much for becoming a member of the channel. Welcome to the Tomb Review and World of Sport family. So please go and subscribe to him as well, because he's great. Right. I hate doing all that, but you've got to do it, haven't you? It's like having a mouthful when you're trying to read it all out. I'm going to put up our Twitter handles for a little bit, because I know people don't like things going along the bottom for too long. So I'll leave that there for a little while. This is everybody who's been involved today with the channel. So if you would like to go and follow us, drop us a follow. Most of us follow. Does everyone follow everyone back? I do. Does anyone else do it?
Always.
Yeah.
There we go. So it's a follow for a follow, guys. You drop us a follow, we'll follow you back. If you follow me, you'll probably get a message saying, please subscribe to the channel, because that's what happens.
Unless you're Man United fan.
Unless you're
I was just going to say the same thing. I was going to say the same thing.
You see, the message says, if you love NUFC, if I see another fan from a different club, I take NUFC out and put football in and then send it. Clever
It's a Man United fan. Present company accepted, John.
Yeah. Right. I think we need a right winger. Okay. I think we don't get either right wing or striker. We'll really lack goals. Seeing that team and paper, I'm okay with the defence and midfield. But when you look at the forwards, I'm worried. I wouldn't be worried, Liam. Honestly, I'd be worried about Wood potentially.
It worries me, so I do kind of agree with him.
But right winger,
it's anything that can play up top and score goals.
I think if you put Wilson in that starting 11, it just I can breathe. But he's not.
His injury record panics me.
Yeah.
Like I said, I like the guy and he scores great goals for us, but he's made of glass as well. And you lose him for half a season every season. And again, that's one of the reasons why we're panicking so much now.
MSN, that's a blast from the past, isn't it? Someone will be putting ASL up next.
No, we don't do that.
Well, if you're on MSN, you do.
Got a new member, I look at it.
That was the go-to thing. Johnson, Claire, look at that, a member of the channel. Well, thank you very much, John. I really appreciate that.
That's right, my guy.
Oh. I've noticed for tonight, the under-23s, Westendorf has scored again. He's only 19, but a striker. I know that he hasn't played the youth, but is the potential for him to come on the bench at some stage if we don't get Wilson back? It's quick.
Why not? Why not?
Is Dwight Gale really that far gone?
Yes.
Yes.
Dwight Gale was that far gone when we
yeah.
saw ASM play up front on his own, and Dwight Gale didn't even get a look in.
And then when he came off, he got it was Murphy that came on instead.
Exactly.
It was a left winger for a right wing back.
Yeah, Liverpool. Yeah.
Doesn't sound good when you look at it like that, does it? Solanke and Wood.
Well, I think you guys were in the stadium, but when we were watching on TV, I felt so sorry for him at that moment because ASM did the thing, and you saw Dwight Gale stand up, and then when the camera panned back down, he'd sat down again. It's like he just assumed, didn't he? He was the only striker on the bench. He just assumed, and then he's like, "Nah, go sit back down." Sorry.
It could only be worse if Eddie Howard said, "Dwight, I want you to go and get Murphy over here to me."
He probably did.
Fraser's more of a creator than a goal scorer. I agree with that, but he does score goals as well. He has got an eye for goal, and he proved that in the friendly game. Most of the time, Sky are correct, but obviously think there's a bias against us. I don't think there is. There is a bias against us. Definitely
100%.
is. And they got Ekateke wrong, didn't they? They said that was almost done and dusted, and then that ended up going tits up, didn't it? I'm going to have a look to see if anyone from HP has decided to perk up. He's not going to come on tonight. I was gutted. I asked him a few times, but he says he's camera shy. So, but he probably doesn't.
Come and talk and put the picture up instead of his face.
He says he's trying to get us information instead, which is nice. So he's obviously got to use his phone for stuff like that. And
if we get information, I'll forgive him.
Exactly. Well, yeah, come on, HP. He said he's watching tonight, so let's get some good information. Zapata is an option for 5.5 straight loan fee, no obligation to buy. Exactly. This I just don't get it. I don't understand why that's not happening. I really don't. Is it because
we haven't gone for more attacking options? I just find it really, really, really bizarre to me that we haven't gone for more goal scoring players. You know, the lethal players that are going to finish chances, create chances, and we haven't done that side of it, and that I find confusing.
Yeah, I do as well.
Some comments are saying that the Italian window's closed. Is that right?
Shouldn't
They
make a
can't buy, but
difference.
they can sell.
Yeah.
Right. Someone else was asking how to become a member as well, Baz. On the
So in the chat at the very top, there's a link. If you click on it, it'll take you to a page that gives you the option to either choose 99p, 199, or 299. Click on it, and it'll take you through to a section where it signs you up to it. It's nice and easy, apparently. The massive positive change to Linton's form from Eddie Howe makes me feel a new transfer in itself. It does, doesn't it? Because, I mean, he was terrible for 2 years. Zapata won't happen their window to replace him as close, but they've already bought a striker. This is why it's easily done. Atlanta will let him go. They've even said, apparently, let's bring it up. I'm going to read you exactly what I was told. Where is it? Come on.
There you go. The under-23s is full-time 2-0.
Woo!
Westendorf and Ferguson. The guy, Westendorf got subbed off, and then Ferguson, who came on for him, then went and scored again. Went and scored as well. So,
And that's Duncan Ferguson's son, isn't it?
I believe so.
Cameron Ferguson.
Here it is.
Yeah,
So-
see Ferguson, it's him.
So HP contacted Zapata's agent, and this was the reply. Contacted Zapata's agent. He said if Newcastle come in with a loan bid, medical and paperwork will be drawn up where he's currently at no bids yet. So they basically said it'll happen.
It's just bizarre to me. Like,
It
we're
is, isn't
crying
it?
out for that,
Yeah.
to make the window the complete. And then we haven't made any moves. And I just can't fathom that. It doesn't make
I
any
don't
sense
get
to
it.
me.
Unless it's that easy to do, they are waiting right at the last minute to do it to
I
see if
wouldn't wanna
anybody
do
else
that.
comes.
Maybe
in.
they're waiting for other leads before they go through with that.
Yeah. Potentially.
How long's
It
left?
doesn't look
An
like
hour,
anybody
2
else
hours?
wants it.
2 hours.
left, isn't it?
2 hours, yeah.
2 hours and then 2 hours special dispensation. So it's technically
Just
4
get it
hours.
done, man. Just
I know.
get it done
Maybe
so
they're
I can
doing
have
this
an
on
easier
purpose.
night.
Yeah, maybe
Like,
they
don't
just want to send us into frenzy on a Monday night, and people ringing in sick on a Tuesday morning because we're all celebrating Zapata at midnight. Todd, thank you very much for becoming a member, and welcome to the World of Sport family. And please check out Toon Review if you haven't already, because they deserve a sub as well. They're absolutely fantastic. We've done a great job today, guys. I just want to thank everyone as well. I know we've still got an hour to go, but it's been incredible doing this from 10 o'clock in the morning. We've got 2 more hours on Paul's channel. I'm knackered.
Same again, Summer.
But loved it. Yes, definitely. We'll do this in the summer again. I'll phone in sick if I have to.
Hopefully, we don't leave the summer till deadline day. I'm hoping we get it wrapped up and we take them all on pre-season with us.
Yeah, preferably, so that we.
You're surely not framing a boring transfer deadline day already, but Alex, crikey.
Well, summer is always different, isn't it? Everyone wants to get their business done early. So what we'll probably end up doing is doing this on the first or second day of the transfer window, to be fair, because that's when it'll all happen. I don't know. I never said he was good. I just goal scoring ain't really his game, was my point. No, I understand that. I just said that he is a creator of goals, but he does have an eye for goal as well.
Yeah,
so.
we're not asking for these lads to start banging in a ton. If
Yeah,
Fraser
exactly.
can get 2 or 3, and then Guimaraes can get 2 or 3, Shelvey can put another couple in. We can get some centre backs getting the head on the ends of corners. That it adds up. We just need a bit from everywhere else.
Everywhere, yeah.
Well, I'm not asking Fraser to score 10. I want him to get 2 or 3, and I want everybody to start chipping in. That's how it works.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no membership link pinned. I thought I pinned it.
Ryan, I use lots and lots and lots. My favourite is FB Ref, but you've got to take some things with a pinch of salt because stats don't mean everything. You can't just look at things like pressures, because pressures doesn't necessarily mean they've done anything with that pressure. They might not have won it, and it's not successful pressure. So, but FB Ref is a tidy one, but there's a lot of other ones. You use it in conjunction with other ones that show heat maps and different things.
There we go. Well, I'm just going to try and pin the link. I thought I'd done that because normally I go through every single show and pin the link.
Yeah, just
to every
DM me on
single
Twitter,
chat,
Ryan, if you want them.
I paid 20 quid for a website and it's nowhere near as good as the stuff you use. I'm feeling a bit robbed.
Now, I use the same one as Statman does, but I do like the little dartboard that you get, Baz, just because I like the little dartboard.
I just like the look of it. I think
But
it's
I like
brilliant.
the graphs as well that Statman has, so I'll look at both.
Brilliant.
I need to make a folder for them. I've just got papers everywhere from just from players that we were linked with like 5 weeks ago that have got nothing to do with us anymore. I need to start organising them.
I think the internet on my phone, the Safari, when you've got open window pages, I've got like 117 open pages and they're all stats on players that we've been linked with. So I need to go through and close a few of those.
Love it. The link is now pinned in the chat, guys. So if you want to become a member, and just click on the link and then it'll take you to it straight away. So I apologize for not pinning it. I normally go through every show and make sure it's done, but there was that much to do today to get it all set up. I must have just pissed one out. So I apologize for that. Zapata deal looks defo off. Like, someone needs to tell me, please. Didn't Atlanta sign a striker 2 days ago or yesterday?
I'm sure they did.
I thought they did.
Because didn't we have wasn't there a conversation 2 days ago where somebody said the replacement's already been signed?
Yeah.
I'm sure we did.
I'm 100% sure of it. And
I'll
again,
if I'm gonna have a look at their January.
Amazing. And if somebody's actually contacted their agent and said a deal can be done, and it's as easy as contacting them and paying 5.5 million, just get it done. Get it done. There's not much going on a certain channel on a certain TV show other than that Bournemouth has signed striker Kiefer Moore from Cardiff on an undisclosed fee. So Bournemouth making a few moves in this window as well to try and get out with the Championship.
They signed Valentin Mahela, a 21-year-old striker.
There we go.
From Parma on loan with an option to buy. Yeah. Parma in Serie B at the minute. 2 goals in 13 games.
Oof.
And of course, report in Italy, Atalanta could perhaps 10 million euros, including add-ons to buy the player permanently in the summer.
Oh, Chelsea are trying to get Dembele, apparently. Liam Blair
they made inquiry to him a couple of hours ago.
Yeah, he's done. He's in. Yes, that is Burn, I believe.
A certain channel keeps advertising live now.
We haven't even done that once. We haven't even done it once, and we're over 1,000 people watching. It's crazy. Never seen figures like it on here. So thank you everyone who's supporting me. It's amazing, and thank you again to Paul and Toon Review, because without him, I wouldn't be doing this really. Because it happened a year ago. I went on his channel and he wanted me to stay on it, because of John as well. World of Sport was born eventually. Took a little while to get there, but we got there. Mitro's the goal machine. So would you do that? Would you go after Mitro?
Wasn't no option in the Premier League, was he?
But think about the maturity he's gone through now. He was 2021 when he came to us.
He was a booking machine, and he still is now.
He had it last year. He was mature last year. Still can score goals.
Okay. I'll let you off. I still think
3 seasons in the Premiership, 3 seasons has failed. So.
Yeah. Scored loads of goals at national level. I just don't get it. Max Dawson, thank you for the 449
as well at national level, but can't seem to do it in the Premier League. It's just one of those.
Yeah. Max Dawson, thank you very much for the 449 super chat. Well done, guys. I've been all day between channels. One more striker, please. We're praying for it, Max. And thank you very much for supporting both channels today. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Callum, for subscribing. Love me, Trouble. Please let him break the record before he goes. I've got a feeling he might come up and do bits next season for Fulham. I really do.
Oh my God, I forgot Atalanta have like 90 players out on loan. Bloody hell.
Do they?
Yeah, they've got a lot. That's why they're bringing in the rules in the next few years is to cap that, because they've gone nuts.
They're bad at it. Chelsea's awful for it as well. They signed a bunch of players and then
this is true.
So their winter window, Billy was right with the Mihaila. There's also Boga from Sassuolo for 22 million euros is a forward, and then they've got the Romanian kid on loan from Parma, loan with option to buy, who's also a forward. So they've brought 2 forwards in January.
Wow, there you go. So there is replacements there already for Zapata, and Zapata's getting on in age, and for them to get 5.5 million for 6 months out of him, and he still goes back to them. He doesn't come to us on a permanent deal. It's like earning 5.5 million for nothing, isn't it? Really, when you've got replacements already made. So Haas, thank you very much for becoming a member. Welcome to the World of Sport TV family. Incredible stuff. There's nothing coming in from HP yet. I'm a little bit disappointed.
Aaron Ramsey's just arrived at Rangers.
Oof.
With photographs of him going in.
Like I said before earlier on, I think it's a good move for him, isn't it? Richard, do you think that's a good move for him?
It's a cracking move for Rangers. I mean, I don't think there was ever dreamed of getting a player of his quality. I'm just wondering how they're paying any sort of wages for him. Juventus must be paying the vast majority of that. But yeah, hell of a signing for them.
Mitchell, we've never been in for James Ward-Prowse. He was always someone we would have liked to have signed. We talked about him a lot before the window opened, but we've never mentioned him.
I don't think they'd accept it. I think if we threw 60 million at him, they'd say no. I think they'd just laugh us out the door.
Yeah. Could be a summer deal, potentially.
They've got Atalanta have 60 players out on loan. Just counted them.
Oh,
could be wrong, but
60. Christ.
Jeez.
Here we go. Sly Sporting. I love the way they spelt that so it doesn't say the right word. And so full of they're trying to justify Man United's behaviour towards us because of the 50 million we asked for Longstaff. It was Mike Ashley for starters, and he looked good then too. He did look good. He probably wasn't worth 50 million, but you're right, it was.
It's got nothing to do with 50 million. It's got everything to do with Saudi Arabia. That's what it's got to do with.
Of course it does. Which is stupid, considering one of their biggest sponsors is from Saudi Arabia as well, aren't they? So
yeah, the secret sponsor that you never hear about. Yeah,
exactly. Todd, thank you very much for the $5 super chat. Jade, would you rather have Gale or Origi? Good question.
So that's a hard one because Origi obviously hasn't. Origi, in my opinion, is very obvious on. And Gale, for me, has always put in a shift and he hasn't been used for us for about a year and a half. But the difference is with his mentality is that he wants to play. Yep. You know, like we said at that game with Cambridge when Maxi went down and stuff, he got up ready to strip and come on the pitch because he wants to be on the pitch. So I'll just stick with Gale just because you're better with the devil, you know. Sometimes.
True. But Origi can score goals. Gale's not really done it for a while.
Origi's. I'm not getting into this argument about Origi and this amazing goal scoring record that everyone seems to think he has because he's banged in a couple in the odd 10 minutes of a game from a tap in that's been put on a plate for him. All right, I'm not going back into it. I don't like the guy.
This Matty Longstaff information set to join Mansfield Town on loan, apparently.
Mansfield?
O'Rourke.
Mansfield.
Wow. Very strange. John, we're desperate for a striker. Now, who would you take 10 minutes to go?
Well, so pat us out the window, mate. It's gonna have to be close to home then, if that's the case, because in Europe it's done. It's finished.
Well, they can still sell in Europe. In Italy, they just can't buy.
Oh, just come by. Thing is, so if you buy Zapata, they have to find a replacement. So that's
they've already found two.
John, you listening? We've talked about Zapata's replacement for the last 20 minutes, saying that they've signed 2 strikers, mate.
Okay,
please listen. Okay. Welcome, boss. How's it going?
I'm good.
Good. Just wait. Solanke Wood up front. No thanks. Well, you know.
Can I just say, Baz?
Of course you can. Wow,
I'm just checking the viewing figures all around YouTube, and our shows are just absolutely fantastic viewing figures. It's incredible.
Crazy, isn't it? Absolutely crazy. And it's all down to everyone watching. You know, they've followed you longer than they've followed me. And they've got on the bandwagon of doing this 14-hour stream.
Someone's upset about it, though.
I've heard. I've been meaning to text you back, but I haven't had a chance.
It's all right.
But we'll leave that one off.
I've got something else. I've got something else to tell you behind the scenes.
Then text me.
Yeah, text me.
Jesus Christ!
I haven't got your number, Jade.
Yeah.
But you still text me, and then I'll
I was going to say you're welcome to it, but I'll be careful with saying that. But the teams amongst us lots are all welcome to my number for football talk.
Jade, I actually messaged you at 7:42, and you haven't even read it yet. Oh. Jeez.
Do you know about Matty?
Yeah.
Yes, we just heard that Mansfield.
Yeah, go Mansfield. Yeah.
Yeah, bit of a strange one, that one. Do you think that's too low of a level for Matty? And if it isn't too low of a level, why is he being given another year's contract?
Oh,
because
wow.
he's not going to make it in the Premiership, is he?
I think it's his
Sorry,
level now,
I
Baz,
did
to be
just
honest.
read you, Baz. just read you.
Yeah, but I sent you an adorable picture of my little girl and said,
Oh,
could you please start the show because I've got problems with getting her to settle. And then I had to bring her on the show and feed her a bottle at the same time as starting it, which was very difficult. She kept grabbing
I had to take some painkillers.
You didn't have to because I was here.
I know, but I was already downstairs and you didn't tell me you were here.
I was on a painkiller hunt in my defence.
Nice. So Zapata is dead. Sky Italy came out and said he's not leaving, but Sky Italy is saying that RHP is saying a deal can still be done. I'm still hopeful. Paul, have you heard anything?
I've heard more about Dele Alli literally about 5 minutes ago.
Go on, what have you got?
Saying that he hasn't put pen to paper on the Everton deal yet because he knows Newcastle are in as well. And
I can't cope with this stress.
Welcome to the last hour.
Jesus.
He might want to speak with Newcastle United before signing for Everton because he wants to obviously know his options. So that's the latest I've got. So hey ho, we never know. I mean, he could sign for Everton in 2 minutes' time, but that's what I got told 5 minutes ago.
But surely we could blow them out the water wages-wise.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, people aren't listening about this transfer window, are they?
Again, though, I mean, this message came at 8:57 and we're on
fair enough.
9:12 now, so we're still behind. But again, Brian, just to let you know, Atlanta have signed 2 strikers. They literally have their replacements. RHP has spoke to Zapata's agent and they've said if you offer 5.5 million loan deal with no option to buy, because they'll take them back, we've got the man. So just get it friggin' done. That's all. I think we need to leave the Zapata thing for now and just hope it happens. Because let's concentrate on Dele Alli, I suppose.
Have you seen the Botman statement?
Oh, I wasn't going to tell Barry about that.
Actually.
Don't read it, Barry.
No, it's not too bad.
All right,
it just stated that Newcastle and AC Milan were the big players. He had good offers from both, and he'd see the rest of his contract out at Lille, but he will be leaving in the summer.
He's also made some more special comments to another place, saying that he was what a fantastic project. It would have been fun is the title.
It would have been fun.
Oh, I knew he'd start
but
singing.
It's over now.
What's the difference between World of Sport and Toon Review? There isn't too much of a difference, is there?
We're just
Paul,
one
really?
family.
We're one family, but Paul does just Newcastle stuff. I do with a lot of different people, lots of different stuff. Villa, boxing, golf, cricket, everything that puts people to sleep, wrestling, yoga. We're just two different channels, but we've became really good friends since I was on Paul's channel in January last year. We all wanted to have our own projects, there's nothing wrong with that. Like John's got his own project as well. So there's not too much difference. Just we've got 2 different channels. I can't sum it up any better than that, to be honest with you. But please subscribe to both channels and John's channel as well, if you don't mind, because John in the middle there has his own channel as well. And we all want to do different stuff and bring you different content. So
there's lots of Manchester United content on John's channel.
If you love the Red Devils, the man in the middle is the go-to guy.
Still hasn't put that background up yet.
No.
I
know. Craig Hopes just tweeted about Elliot Anderson going to join Joey Barton on loan at Bristol Rovers.
Yep.
Go on, Elliot. Smash them Bristol Cities.
Wow.
That would be funny. There's the link.
That sounds a bit fucking dodgy as well, the way I said that.
Yeah, it did. To be fair.
I think Amiobi's helped construct that deal because obviously knowing Barton, that looks like how that's happened.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Oh my God, there's so many comments. Oh, there's one we would have missed. Thank you very much for the super sticker. Again, they don't come at the top. So I'm glad I found it. A great window, difference upgraded, shame no striker. Yeah, it is a shame, but we're still not giving up hope. Paul, this is the team that Jade and Billy ended up picking the exact same team and same formation with all the players that we have in at the moment. What do you make of that?
Well, I would make of it if I can friggin' see it, Baz.
So,
I mean,
Bradford in goal, Shaw and Byrne at centre back, Target and Trippier, Guimaraes, Joe Linton and Shelby in the free, and then Maxi, Wood and Fraser. That's the best lineup that they believe with the players we've got right now is how we should line up.
I'd agree, 100%. Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much choice in the matter, really, is there? Let's be honest.
Well,
I worked with what I had.
Thank you very much, Curtis, for that. Subscribe to both channels and enjoyed the day. I mean, it's been an absolute mammoth day so far. It's still not finished. Barry, trust me, my Nan's French, Leon is her team. Well, just cleared up attacks and bring the ball forward. But we don't have those players, though, do we? So,
Yeah,
he's
Bruno's
right.
a CDM.
He is right, but we knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a CDM. That's his job.
We've done some great business. We really have. I mean, if you go back the last 14 years, we've never done business. So let's just enjoy what we've actually got and done. And we've given ourselves a chance of staying up, haven't we, really? Chelsea have 22 players out on loan, apparently. But Atalanta piss all over that, don't they?
Yeah, it's 60 odd.
That is absolutely crazy. But yet, Zapata just gets
Some of them are big players for him as well. Like Gossens obviously went to Inter with the option to buy, and Caldara went out to AC Milan as well. So a couple of big ones.
Is that what he's gone for? 400k a week?
No, that's what Juventus pay him.
Right. I was going to say. I mean, we were interested, but
I can't imagine Rangers paying 10% of that, to be honest.
Who's that? Matite signed a 4-year deal with Palace.
Mateta.
Yeah, they've got him on loan. They've just made it permanent.
All right. I don't know too much about him. Who else have we got? Yeah. Pissed myself laughing if the Saudis pulled out of the Man United sponsorship because of the Lingard deal. I would love that.
That'd be fantastic.
I would absolutely love that.
Would you still call this window a 10 out of 10 if we don't get this attacking creative player that we've been calling for all month?
Yes.
Okay.
Because we've got 5 players in. And we said between 4 and 6 players. It would be nice to get an attacking option in, but you can't complain about what the owners have tried to do today and through the window in my eyes. I think it's a 10 out of 10. It could have been 11 out of 10 if we got a striker. But we've still got time. There's still time. There's still 1 hour and 43 minutes. First time comment, but love the content. I've been watching you and 2 reviews since this morning. Love all you guys. Yes, I'm subbed. You think Zapata is coming. I would love it to happen, but it's not looking good with all these reports. But again, stop watching Sky, guys, because Sky don't always get it right. Just waiting for HP to come back with something.
And they've got a massive agenda, so it's another reason not to watch it.
Exactly. Paul, is your HP been in touch recently? Because mine's not. Mine's gone very quiet.
No. Mind you, it did say we'd get back to us in around 20 minutes, which was, well, around 20 minutes ago, funny enough. But listen, as far as I'm concerned, if it's a little bit quiet, then it's not so much a bad thing. Because you know what football's like. We could get into the last hour, and then there might be an announcement that somebody's in for a medical just out of the blue. That's what I'm hoping for, anyway.
Yeah.
Because I still think we need strength up front. I'm a bit worried about up front, to be honest, because that's a great formation and a great team that's been picked there. But it's the striker I'm worried about. It's getting supply into him and getting the best out of him, which I don't think that formation suits him. But that's all we've got available at the minute.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do agree. What's this one say? Botman is set to leave Lille in the summer, which we just said. Just confirmed that he wants to leave and take the next step in a few months. I mean, let's just hope the summer window opens and we just go in there and blitz it and get it. It'll be absolutely incredible.
I don't think I think he's going to Milan, Baz.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Really? You think he's choose Milan over us?
Well, unless over the next few months we can get him to come to us, which
because he's quoted the project and he seems to be pally on social media and flirty with his liking and follows. I mean, is it a better project than what we've got here?
Did Milan even have a project?
I don't know. Ask the Italian man in the middle.
Yeah.
Right now, no. But if we stay up, then surely we look more attractive than Milan in the summer if we stay up.
Thing is, so like they got Champions League. They could be qualified for the Champions League, and I think Botman wants that. But if he fancies the Premier League, and Newcastle can call him for him, if he stay up, that is. We can,
yeah, because he's directly quoted the project of PSG and Man City, so he's obviously very aware of what the situation is.
Surely we are the most attractive project in football right now.
He's 22, you know. If he's, we're not going to be without Champions League football for very long.
This is true.
Not if they slash the cash like this every window. It will come sooner rather than later. So,
absolutely.
Right, very quickly there, Bradley Big Toe, thank you very much for the 55 SEK. Statman, give me more, hit me with them nutty Bruno hits. And Haas just became a member, and he's also done a £5 super chat, so thank you very much for that. Been here since 10 a.m. and still going strong. Thank you all for this. It's been a great experience. Keep up the good work. Big up the tune, definitely. Whoever's got the Sky Sports on, mute your mic. Thank you, Paul. Ring Adam Pearce and tell him to get a message into the training ground about Zapata. That's not a bad idea, you know, since he's there.
Not a bad shout, that is, a Baz.
It is, definitely. What else we got? Yes, 5 and 10 Origi, and I'm getting goals as sub is a good thing. You've done a segment about how we are scoring
on this. He has the mentality of a fucking sloth. Get over it.
There we go. I love this.
Would be hilarious if Daddy joined Newcastle. Yes, it would. I made his debut against that lot next week. It would be, wouldn't it? It would be absolutely sweet. Now, we mentioned this guy, right? There is a release clause. If we're that desperate for an attacking midfielder, pay the release clause. Jade, you know him better than I do.
I do. I know him personally. I don't.
Get on the phone to him then. What are you doing?
maybe might have sent a couple of little Instagram DMs, but no. I don't know if that's true or not. Obviously, it was reported a lot in Spanish media earlier that Tottenham and Newcastle have both inquired about his release clause in his contract, which is there. But that's it. It was just rumours from Spanish media. Nothing else has really been said on it. But if we can get it done, then yeah, absolutely, go and get him. Because he can play right or left, wing, midfield, or wing back. So he's completely versatile as well up and down those wings. So if it's an available option and he wants to, then I would say absolutely trigger that release clause.
Yeah, I agree. Paul, does wrestling put you to sleep?
Yep.
Yeah, there we go. Do you think Wood will score now Bruno is in? It depends on the wingers for me when it comes to Wood. You need service into the box from wide areas. Causes havoc. You know, I'm going to say yes.
As I said earlier, if you just get him facing the goal when he tries to trap the ball, we'll have him or chest it.
Yeah, he just chest it in the goal, won't he?
From
Doesn't
20
matter
yards.
if the Italian window's shut, they can still sell players. But they have signed 2 strikers. Elliot Anderson's gone out on loan, hasn't he? Does anyone know where again? I can't remember.
Bristol Rovers.
Craig Hope saying that Newcastle are now finished for incoming business.
What?
Yeah.
Zapata's not happening.
He's been told Newcastle are finished for incoming business, apart from Dan Burn.
Zapata's not coming. That's off.
Still the Dele. A slight one for Dele Alli.
We haven't heard anything.
Listen, right?
It's not over till Big Ben chimes at 11 o'clock, guys, no matter what reporters say.
But think back 12 months and look about where we are now. So, like, you know, we've had a really great window. So let's just see what we'll get through and then go big in the summer.
Yeah.
When's Wilson back for you?
Not soon enough.
In the March.
Yeah. Not soon enough for what we've got left.
Yeah. Tottenham marquee summer signing. I reckon that could happen. We've just got to stay up, which I think we will. You guys think he drops the
Was that a Man United fan chatting absurdities there, was it?
This one, no, it's Annie's Bristol.
Oh, no, that was Annie about Bristol. Fair enough.
We we don't know if he's going to be dropped, but what we did with the teams with Jade and Billy is they picked what they would like the team to be. So, what Eddie Howe does is be completely different to what we ever put on paper.
I picked
sometimes.
what I thought it would be with what we have.
Yeah, exactly.
What I would like is a completely different lineup.
Yep. 100%.
The thing is, we don't know that Lascelles are going to be fit for the next game, so there's every chance Burn plays anyway.
Fingers crossed.
That is true. I'm trying to see if there's anything interesting, but bars we need it. Yeah, we do need a calm and a striker and a centre back. We don't need another centre back. It'd be nice to have another centre back, but we're quite good in that area now, I think. I
mean, we do because we're one injury away from playing Lascelles again every single game for the rest of the season. So
true.
But Fernandez
guys, I'm sorry, but I don't think he drops Lascelles. As much as I want to see Shah and Dan Burn, I can't see him dropping.
You think it's going to be Dan Burn and Lascelles?
Yeah, possibly. I honestly think he'll leave Shah out, which I think is criminal. Actually criminal. I think he should be in court for that kind of thing.
Oh, I can't wait to meet up with you before the Everton game, Paul. That's going to be a barrel of laughs when the team sheet comes out, isn't it? Jesus.
You don't know Lascelles are going to be fit yet, so don't go panicking yet.
The first time Lascelles doesn't understand the offside rule and he has got a wonky line, Dan Burn's going to pick him up and put him back in that bloody line.
Eat him.
So Jonathan Slater, my man on the ground, driving home from the training ground, will have one last hopeful swing past Nuffield for the third time today, but safe to say I'm not expecting to see anything other than more pensioners. Thank you, Jonathan, so much for doing that. It was really nice of him to get in touch and say, look, I'll swing past the Nuffield and see if there's anything going on for you. So just shows you, people enjoy the show and they want to be involved and they want to, contribute to what we do just out of their own back. It's great. 352 agree. Jade, you would like to see a 352 if we had the right players, wouldn't you?
If we'd assigned the players I wanted us to sign, then I would have loved to have gone with that kind of formation, but we haven't done that. So obviously it's not the best option with what is available to us.
Here's a good one for Richard. What's the deal of the transfer window, being obviously not a Newcastle fan?
Deal of the window.
Best deal of the window.
I need a bit of time to think about that. It's can I say Coutinho to Villa?
You can.
Oh, what a surprise!
You can. It's a bit of a cop out.
You can. I am going to go with Bruno to Newcastle though, and only because
you guys have done a good deal with Bruno. That's a great deal. Trippier's a great deal. I think Van der Beek could be a good one for Everton as well. I don't think that'll be
Bruno
flops like a fucking magic heart.
Bruno Guimaraes again every single side in the Premier League, and to me that's got to be the best deal. The team in 18th place can pick up a player like that.
Yeah. Liverpool, that Luis Diaz as well.
Yeah, Luis Diaz.
That's a good deal.
I think that
could be up to 75 mil. So I don't know if is that a good deal for 75 mil. I mean, but if he doesn't score as much as they're hoping, I think Bruno's a good one purely because it wouldn't have shocked anybody if he'd have gone for 50 or 60 to another team. So the fact we got him for 40
changes our midfield completely.
Yeah, I think we got him on the cheap.
Other clubs already have those options that they've signed. In regards to Villa, you already had great attacking players.
The Diaz is a great signing, but
options
expensive.
there. We didn't. So to go and pull that off and completely change our midfield, that's the only reason I think it's a better deal. Because it does completely change that.
I'm turning off the banner now, so I'm going to let it go past one more time. So if you want to get in touch with us, I've had some great emails. Hi guys, subscribe to both channels. Watch since 10 a.m. Great work today. Laughed at scumbag rants. How are the tune? Some fantastic emails coming in. I can't read them all out because we'll be here all night, but there we go. It's all gone past. So I'll hide that now for anybody who has, the dispositions that, does the rising and stuff like that. So, but please contact us on Twitter. We always follow back. I think Paul's the only one who doesn't. I've seen your follower count. Doesn't add up.
He followed me back, Baz. Maybe not you, but I got one.
You follow me back, but he doesn't follow everyone back. I don't know. I'm just a sad git. I follow everyone back.
Yeah, and look like you have to be careful who you follow back, Baz.
This
as
is
we
true.
well know.
This is very true. You are right. I'll give you that one. John needs to learn that one, doesn't he?
Yep.
You're going into a bit of a trance there, John. I thought I'd better wake you up. If we get no one else, it's important to remember that important in performance and team spirit that we had at Leeds before we added Burn, Target and Bruno. Exactly. I mean, that performance against Leeds, if we can recreate that team spirit again at home to Everton with the crowd behind them, they should really go on and win 2-3-0, shouldn't they? Fingers crossed. Here's a good one. Can we not opt for a 4-4-2 or a 3-5-2? So the 3-5, I know.
We've got 2 strikers.
Yeah, we haven't got 2 strikers.
If we're playing a 4-4-2,
play with the 5, because that's how I would have gone, but we don't have the right players for it, so I've had to succumb to big 4.
It's a good both of them are good formations, but how do we play the 2? Where did the 2 come from?
See, the 4-4-2 would be ASM, wouldn't it? With his pace.
I mean, if Wilson's fit, you can probably do it, but then we haven't got on with the 5, especially. I'm not sure we've got the.
Yeah, but if you play Wood Wilson up front, who comes on as a sub on the 70th minute?
Well, that's right.
We haven't got anybody else.
Mono claims Dele Alli has signed his contract with Everton.
Yeah, I just got that 2 minutes ago. I didn't want to say anything, but
oh well, I thought I'd be the killjoy this time.
You'll do nothing against us. I tell you that now.
Don't say that.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like I'm not driving to Goodison Park anyway.
Oh well. Every cloud.
Every cloud, silver lining, yeah. Impossible to call it 10 out of 10 when the 2 most important positions haven't been sorted with centre back and forward. Wood, Target, and Dunk.
Can I just point out as well, we still haven't officially said that Dan Burn's a Newcastle United player yet.
No. But
no.
All the word behind the scenes, it's done. It's just waiting for an announcement, isn't it?
Well, I'm not so sure because I've just had a text Baz saying that,
don't say that.
There's something the matter with the medical.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Oh, for God's sake. What are you doing, man? Just keep it to yourself.
It would explain a lot, though, wouldn't it?
It would explain why it's not been announced.
But it's not. There's a problem. If there is a problem with the medical, it may not be that the deal doesn't go through, though. You know, let's.
It's not looking good, is it?
What does it say?
Well, there was a problem with them, Bar, remember, with his knees and things like that. So it could be an insurance thing, maybe.
It said possible medical / paperwork. So it could be something really simple. So let's not panic on that just yet.
We've got breaking news on Sky Sports now. I think it's going to be that Aaron Ramsey signed for Rangers.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
There you go.
Whoop-de-doo.
This cannot be a 10 out of 10 window because
what an absolute
we haven't
twat.
filled the attacking options.
Oh, no, hang on. Oh, yeah, it is.
$5 super chat from Forever Ron. Thank you very much. That hearing reports Johnson Clares placed a transfer request looking to join the United stand in a free transfer. Not surprised. Says brilliant.
Wow.
Brilliant. I still think the window's a 10 out of 10, and I'm only saying that because I'm so used to us not doing any business whatsoever. So as soon as we signed 3 players, I was like, "That's it, 10 out of 10." You know, it's amazing work. Again, the owners have worked very, very hard to get more deals through. It just hasn't worked out for them, but I still thank them. There's a big project.
It's night and day, man. It's night and day compared. People have got very short memories. 3 months ago, we were. Mike Ashley, we're doomed that bit. And then all of a sudden, because we've only signed 5 players, I can't believe I'm saying that.
I know 5 players.
I'm happy that we signed 5. I just think we should have had an attacking option.
I'm up for it, mate. I think
we should have had a midfield attacking option or an actual goal-scoring striker in that 5. And the fact that we haven't picked one of those up, that was one of those key options. We've been saying it for the past 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah,
that we needed another goal scorer. So that has to be looked at as a definite opportunity here that we have passed up again because we need that.
I mean, I was never in the Aaron Ramsey fan club, but he'd have been a great signing for us at this time of the window, wouldn't he?
He would have been, yeah. But again, it's the Dembele side of things, always injured. You know, we would have been a risk, I suppose.
Listen, I just think we're weak up top, guys. I really do. And if there is a problem with Dan Burn, I think we're in trouble. Because, we're 1 injury away in defence from having to use Kieran Clark for the rest of the season if Dan Burn doesn't come in.
Well, he's not even got a squad number, so we won't be allowed to use him, will we?
Who?
We'll register after the window shuts, won't we?
I think it's a week after.
Is it a week after, is it?
Yeah, you have up to a week after to register your squad.
Yeah, that would be weird if they made you register before you finish the transfer window.
Right, Joe Linton, this is a warning. You need to calm down a bit. The other 3 players are not garbage. All right, you might think they are, but they're not.
Oh, come
So
on.
come on, let's just calm down a little bit. 5 players is an unbelievable bit
Just
of
put
business.
some kind of equal stuff on it. We haven't got
Exactly.
a striker, we haven't got an attacking midfielder, so therefore it's not a perfect window.
Yeah.
So therefore it can't be 10 out of 10, in my opinion.
And I get
That's my
get
point.
that.
That's
Yeah,
why
I'm
it
not.
doesn't
I'm not.
complete
Baz, I
10 out
told
of
you.
10.
Yeah, I told Baz. I told you. You know, the other day. No way is it a 10 out of 10. You can't. You can't give it a 10 out of 10.
I'm 7.5, 8. I'll be honest.
10 out of 10 for effort, then 8 out of 10 for signings.
I'll give him 10 out of 10 for effort,
Attacking midfielder would have been 10 out of 10.
I'll give him
There you
8
go.
for effort, 7.5 for the
What?
signings that we've made. And that's because Bruno's in there.
Effort. 8 for effort. That's harsh.
No, listen, Dan.
No, because of that
Effort.
key point. You can't.
Effort.
Right,
We're
hang
missing
on.
that key point at the top, Baz.
Yeah, but it
Paul
doesn't
Van
mean they
Missing.
didn't put the
No,
effort
that's
in,
a
though, does
massive
it?
chunk missing. When you
We're
look
not
at
going to
the
score
options and
goals.
the
That's the
options that they've
problem, and
got.
that's what Jade's getting at.
Yes.
But they've
we are
tried
weak
to
up
sign
front.
attackers. You can't fault them for trying to not to sign attackers because they have tried. Clearly, they've tried Ekiteke and people
We're
like
not
that.
faulting them, though. We're just saying it's
It's just
not
they've
good
tried.
enough.
So for effort, you can't fault the effort.
That's
But
why I
that's
said
what
10
we
out of
do.
No,
10
we're not.
for
We're
effort.
just
and then,
evaluating
I'm
the
agreeing with
transfer
that. I'm
window
agreeing
as a
with
whole.
We
that.
don't know about all the
10.
others. There weren't actual offers put in for some of these players. We
We
know
don't
about the
know, do
offer
we?
for Ekiteke, but we don't know about any of the offers for the others. It's just rumours that we've read.
Well, this is true as well.
So
But as I say, in actual fact, 8 out of 10 pushing it would be
But you
what I
can't
give it.
say that at that point, though. You can't say that we haven't, because we can go on rumours.
No, I agree. I think you can
That's
give them
right.
10 out of 10 for effort, especially as they're
exactly.
working without a director of football, especially as it's their first kind of window in football business. You can't fault the effort.
Yeah.
If we get to the end of
Slightly
February
lower.
and we still haven't scored more than a goal a game, then you'll all look back and go, "Oh dear, maybe
I
this
won't.
was."
Depends if we've
Probably.
Well,
conceded goals, because if we haven't, then no one's going to say a word, because we'll have
Exactly.
all the points.
draws aren't going to keep us up. So it's all well and good keeping clean sheets. But if you haven't got that spark at the top, that's the missing link.
We struggle to score more than 1 goal, guys, and that is what's
That's the thing.
concerning me. I know we scored 3 against Brentford, but we
That was
didn't
the
win the
last time we
game.
scored more than 1, though.
Yeah, but that won't happen. That won't happen now. When we say we're throwing leads away, I really believe that won't happen. I don't know where the goals are coming from, but I'm not going
Chris
in.
Wood's got to eat his Weetabix, hasn't he, next
After
game?
this window, after the window we've just had, I'm not going into this doom and gloom. I can't do
Exactly.
it.
I don't
Very
think it's doom and
quickly,
gloom. It's not doom and gloom.
No,
It's basically worrying that we're a bit too lightweight up front. And I
Yeah.
think that's everybody's worry,
Thank you,
wondering
Paul.
about if Chris Wood is going to come good. Because if he does, fantastic. Like I said on mine, I want to be wrong about him. So, I want him to score goals, but I just do not think that the players we have at the minute, we can play to Chris Wood's strengths, and that worries me where the goals are coming from because, a goal came from a free kick against Leeds, but we're relying on Maxi to score goals, and he's only in the game for like 10 minutes of
5
brilliance
minutes,
every
10
now
minutes,
and then. That's my worry, that we just don't have enough power up front to beat teams that we need to score 2 against. It's
You're using Ollie Watkins at Villa. Can we nick Ollie Watkins?
No chance. The only thing I would say is that with the defence that you've got now on paper, and obviously Bruno in there in that defensive midfield position, you should be a lot more secure and a lot more confident to put more players forward, and you should then also have more possession. So that in turn will give you a better chance of making attacks, building attacks.
Yeah, exactly.
But we created 20 plus chances in one game and buried none of them. It's a definite concern.
Yeah. Right, very quickly there, Joe Linton, thank you very much for the £5 super chat. It says, Baz, read my comment again. I said, meh, and I said, Wood wasn't good. No, you didn't. I read your comment and you said 2 players were excellent and 3 were garbage. That's exactly what you said, wasn't it? That's what I read.
Can't get on board with that attitude.
Exactly.
I can't.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Kev as well, thank you very much for the £5 super chat. Hello from Cork Island. If the window closes as things stand right now, have we done enough to pick up the points we need to survive? So we just kind of had a big heated argument about that. So,
can I just ask, right?
Yes.
Who do you think's had the better window, us or Villa?
Villa, probably.
Yeah, because they picked up all, haven't they? They've done the defence.
But if they hadn't got Stephen, if they didn't get Gerrard, that would not have happened.
Doesn't matter, they got him.
If we'd have got this final signing, I would have said us, but
Yeah,
as it
All right,
stands.
then.
they've done areas 1, 2, 3. They've picked up players in 1, 2, 3.
I'm just not on the negativity train. Sorry, guys.
It's not a negativity train. It's just facts.
It really is. It is a
It's
complete
saying it how it is. Who scores all our goals this season then? Where are the goals coming from? You look at Villa's attack and look at ours. Where are the goals coming from with us?
That's very true. We're not scoring enough
All right,
goals
then.
at
We'll
all
see you in
whatsoever.
May when we stay up.
That's got nothing to do with us staying up. We're talking about scoring goals.
But it is because we've got to score goals to stay up.
Scoring goals
You've
keeps
got to
you up,
score
doesn't
goals,
it?
exactly.
So tell me who's scoring our goals. Who does it for us to stay up in May?
Fraser will score. ASM will score.
Yeah.
Wilson will be back in March. He'll score.
Yeah, but we need goals now. And we haven't scored enough. We haven't scored enough goals.
So what do we do then?
Well,
We've got a month to do something about it.
You have to persevere with Wood to see if he can score the goals, but he's not going to get many. I back him, but he's 3 goals all season for Burnley. Hasn't scored first yet, but that's been a problem. I have to agree with Paul as well, because we're just not scoring enough goals. He scored 3 against Brentford, but he still win the game.
Listen, the bottom line is, right, I'm not negative about this. I think we've had a good window. And I think we've covered positions that we knew were weak. We brought in a left back who I think will do really well for us. We've got a right back who's international class. We've got a fantastic midfielder. Absolutely fantastic signing. And hopefully Dan Burn signs, because I think that's critical to announce Dan Burn. And I do think we'll stay up if we get Burn in. However, 100%. It won't be as convincingly, I don't think, as what it would if we got an out-and-out goal scorer. But for me, I think we've done enough to stay up. As long as we announce Dan Burn. Because that will worry me if we don't get Dan Burn, if something's happened with that. Because if Dan Burn doesn't play, it means any sort of injury to Shara or Lascelles, Kieran Clark comes in. For some reason, Fernandez isn't well thought of for reasons that are oblivious to us. Mm-hmm. But I think, look, we have to sort of level it out and say, yeah, we're in a much better position now than we were before the window, without a shadow of a doubt. Fullbacks have been a position for a long time that have been a problem, and I think we've addressed it. We've got a proper left back in again now, because Paul Dummett really, can he last 90 minutes? Is he fit enough? We don't know. So Matt Targett's come in, great signing as far as I'm concerned, an actual proper left back. We've got a proper right back. So we're not putting square pegs in round holes anymore in the defence. So that has to count for something. And I think it depends on, Bruno hitting the ground running. I think if he can hit the ground running in midfield, that will free Shelvey up to create more chances, definitely. But we have to try something to maybe get Chris Wood firing and play to Chris Wood's strengths. Now, that's up to the manager to do. The manager has to do that. He has to work it out, how to get Chris Wood in the game in a more attacking sense. It's all right saying, oh, well, he did well in the air, for flick-ons and stuff like that. That's not what we need from Chris Wood. We need him in the 18-yard box, getting onto headers and putting the ball in the back of the net. So it's no use us saying after a game, oh, yeah, but Chris Wood did all right with a couple of flick-ons here and there. Eddie Howe has to get the best out of this guy. And if it means telling the wingers to get the ball and whip it in straight away, then that's what we have to do. But I don't think ASM is capable of doing that. It's just getting the ball and whipping it in, because we know what he's like. He has to take players on. Fraser can do it. Murphy can do it. But they can't play in the same team if ASM plays with the formation that we've got at the minute. So
it's true.
Eddie Howe faces Chris Wood also is the fact he operates better with someone next to him, running the defenders away from him, if you like Ashley Barnes did for Burnley. I've got to think, would it be worth the risk of maybe playing Miguel Almiron in an advanced role in midfield to do that kind of role? Maybe not as a striker as such, but drop back in the midfield and play like a 4-5-1.
But then you're taking either Shelvey, Joe Linton or Bruno. I mean, who do you take out there if you go with that's the dilemma. That's the dilemma that the manager is going to have here, and it's going to be very difficult.
I think as well, in terms of like the question of who's had the better window, Villa or Newcastle, I don't know if it's Villa that you should be aiming against the window for in terms of comparing. I think you need to compare windows against Watford,
Burnley,
Norwich, Burnley, Everton, even. So
Leeds.
Yeah, I think you've had a better window than all those teams. So I think you should be confident that you can stay up. It's just you can shit house 2 or 3 1-0 wins. That's all you need. That's to get a bit of confidence going. Hopefully not against us on the 13th of February, but Villa did it a few years ago. When Tim Sherwood came in, we got a few 1-0 wins when we had Benteke up front, and then we left it with 4 games to go 2 seasons ago, and managed to just sneak up on 35 points. So,
I mean, you should have gone down.
Just think about it that way.
That was the goal line for Bournemouth thing, wasn't it?
Sheffield United. Oh yeah, against Sheffield United, yeah. But there was another 70 minutes of that game to go, so it is what it is. Bournemouth had 38 games to get the points.
Yeah, we've bought more than what we have in 14 years, which you have to take that as a positive. I mean, this window was never going to be easy. Never, ever going to be easy.
No,
and we have to take stock a little bit and say, right, maybe, just maybe, Bruno will score a few goals. We know he's capable of it. He's also capable of great passing. So does Eddie Howe play Bruno further forward and play Shelvey behind Bruno? Who knows? But he's got a very, very tough decision to make in the next week or so as to how he plans to go against Everton, because he's got a big problem there as to how to get the best out of the striker he's got available. Yeah,
I agree. There we go. The comment, I got it slightly wrong. He said meh and Wood isn't good. Not that they were all garbage. But he did say garbage about Wood, not good. So that's it. But I think meh is negative, and he's disagreeing with me. But I've told him I'm not messaging him anymore tonight, so he's just going to have to put up with that. Top Mag 007, thank you very much for joining the World of Sport family. Very, very nice of you. And there was also a super chat that came in that's gone off the screen now. But John Joe, 449, thank you very much for that. Should we go and get Diego Costa? He is a free agent and surely can get him even if the window closes. So if he is a free agent, we can, but everyone thinks he's in Brazil. Is that right? Is that still the case?
It seems to have come about, though, does it? I mean, that was kind of mooted 3 or 4 weeks ago. Nothing seems to have happened on that matter. So, I mean, you could sign Diego Costa as a free agent next week if you wanted to.
I would love it. He's another, obviously a much better upgrade on Wood, but he is kind of a shithousery striker, isn't he? He likes to put himself about. Got a good red card in him every now and again, hasn't he? Newcastle should stay up. Still think there are 3 worse teams than us: Burnley, Norwich and Watford. Everton, Leeds and Brentford, who are on an awful run in deep trouble too. Norwich are the only one that has shown a bit of form, to be fair, lately. They've got themselves out of the relegation zone. We've pulled 4 points out of the last 2 games, which is encouraging. If we can get that performance again, the likes of Everton, Leeds and Brentford, I think Brentford will stay up now with the Eriksen signing personally. But Everton and Leeds will be looking over the shoulders. Watford will be worried because they've not really signed anyone. So I'm staying very positive. We're staying up. We've got enough. We've done enough. We will score enough goals. So, yeah. I think we're staying up. Guys, are we staying up? John, are we staying up?
But we fixed the defence, and I'm going to say yes. I mean, listen, defence do fixing up. We've got a strong defence now, I think. We've got Bruno in midfield. Joe Linton's playing fantastic football. And Shelvey's getting better, yeah. But listen, it all depends if you can score enough goals. If you can score enough goals, then I think we've done enough, just enough. But I'm going to be like you, mate, positive. I think we'll stay up, man. I'm going to be positive. We're going to stay up.
I mean, I've got my thing with this squad that you guys have predicted. I think that squad is good enough to beat Burnley, Norwich, Watford. I think we stay up above those 3 teams. But I think the lack of this attacker or striker, if we got those in, that would have helped us catch Brentford, Leeds, Everton. I think that's the difference. I think with what we've got, we can only stay above the bottom 3. We can't really chase down mid-table. That's what I think with Wood anyway.
Yeah, I agree. And this is another stat as well. Out of the whole January window, can you actually believe this? But Newcastle are the highest spending team of the whole January window across the whole of Europe.
Well, there's a surprise.
Wow.
97 million according to this, and Juventus spent 82 million.
Isn't there a really weird club? Like isn't Watford like 9th or something bizarre? think there's a really weird one.
Yes, they are 25 million.
That's a funny one.
So I've spent some money then.
There's
I mean,
not that much money being spent.
early
To
in the
be
window,
fair,
didn't
though.
they?
Liverpool
All their
signed
players
one
played
player
against
for
us,
45.
Billy, the other day.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
There's just lots of loans done, isn't there? Lots of loans.
That's why January window's so hard to get business done, and we always said that was going to be the case. And it's proved it, but we've still managed to get 5 players in. So for me, there's no complaints at all. I'm happy. I still think we've got enough. If people can just start hitting the target, we're going to score enough goals. With Bruno in the defensive midfielder position and getting us on the attack, we're going to create more chances in the game, which means we are going to score more goals eventually. Something's going to click and something's going to work. It's got to. Otherwise, you are right. We're in trouble. But
we're going to need ASM to start turning up more regularly, more consistently, and start having a bit more final product.
Yes.
For us to score the more goals, the kind of goals we need.
Baz,
to really stay up.
Yes.
Just been informed that we're making a late bid, possibly for Felipe at Atletico Madrid, central defender.
Yeah, that's been floating around on Twitter for a few hours, that one.
Let's have a look. I've got nothing on my HP, but that'll be interesting. See?
Strange.
And Sky Sports said we were finished.
But it's strange defender when it's attackers we need.
You have to not lose.
Careful saying that, Billy.
Again, I mean, obviously, maybe Howe's been spoken to. Do you think we've got enough up front? Do you think we've got enough at the back? If we've got one more player in us, who do you want to pick? He's gone and said, well, let's get a centre-back in, potentially. We don't know, do we? It's one of those things. I still think we've got enough up front. I really do.
If Eddie Howe's saying to the management, I'm okay up front, then he needs thrown in the North Sea. You can't go in with one fit striker.
Yeah, but
having an opinion
what
like
I just said to you, Billy, though, if Eddie Howe was asked, do we have enough at the back or do we have enough up front? Which one do you want to do? If you only got the one option, and he said at the back, that's fair enough in my eyes. Because like you've all said, we're one injury away from having to play Clark again.
Yeah, but one injury about having to play Gale, and he don't play Gale, so we're one injury away from not having a striker at all.
So we're Shidow's in both positions, but he's only got one player. He's only got one option, though, hasn't he?
He can't really win, I guess. I mean, you can't fault the effort, as I said before. You can't fault the effort. They have tried. They've been shit out by a few clubs. You know, Lingard, the Epiteki thing also went south. But the beginning of the window, really, they should have been looking for strikers.
Yeah, that's a sad comment. We're going to be relegated in 1 hour and 20 minutes. So you're saying in 1 hour and 20 minutes we're going to lose every single football match that's going to be played in the future. Come on. You know, everyone said we're going to get beat off Leeds and we beat them.
We got 10 points in 10 games under Howe, pretty much without signings.
It's true.
That was with Liverpool, City and United in a run of fixtures, and he managed to pick up 10 and 10. So give him a chance.
Exactly. I'm not being negative at all. What's the point in being negative? I don't see the point in that. And again, when it comes
difference between being negative and looking at the facts of how the team is and how it looks and where we've struggled. And I think some of you people need to realize that when I say what I say, I'm saying it from a perspective that is an open look as a whole.
Yeah, but Jed, I wasn't talking about you. I was talking about the comments. That's the difference. It's not all about what you've said. It's about what's also being read out on the comments.
Exactly, but I've read some of the comments. So my response is an open one to all of that.
Yeah, but I completely agree with you. It is, when you look at the window, if we're not getting another striker in, it's disappointing. Are we going to struggle to score goals? We won't know until we play the games. But that's what it looks like on form at the moment. But they've had 2 weeks to gel. We don't know what they've been doing on the training pitch. We don't know how well they've been gelling and how well they've been scoring. So let's wait and see what the next match is. It's against Everton. What happens if you put 3 past them? Then what are you going to think? Oh, we have got enough to stay up. You know, it could click.
I'll be massively shocked given what we've got, but you never know.
But it could click. That's all I'm saying. And so I'd rather be positive saying it could click than saying, oh, we're a striker short. That's just my way of thinking at the moment, because we need to be positive. We've got a relegation battle to get out of, and I just want everyone to be positive and get behind the team as best as possible. That's the way I see it. But you are right. We are short of a centre-back. We are potentially short of a striker. We're still missing that brilliant number 10, which Villa nicked off us because Coutinho went there. If we got him, we'd definitely stay up. If we got Ericsson, instead of going to Brentford, we definitely stay up because
I've just
that
thought
would
of this,
be the
Barry.
link.
The same people that were whinging about the Wood signing when we first paid his release clause are the same people now suddenly saying it's all fine.
Oh, really?
Like,
brilliant.
Just
listen,
some of the names.
Bugger it.
Up.
We're staying up.
Weird.
It's been a great window. We are in the Premier League next season. We're going to spend millions in the summer, and we're going to get in the Champions League. Fuck it all.
That's what I like
Come on.
That's what I like to hear. Oh, here we go. I think the question that needs to be asked is the squad good enough as is to stay out of the bottom three? The consensus seems to be yes. So if you target a premium striker this summer and move up higher, yeah, potentially that's what we want to see. We want to see the summer come around. We want to be safe. I say, let's just see what happens against Everton. I said this about the Leeds game. Everyone was down and out saying we're relegated. We're not going to beat Leeds. We then get 3 points and the whole mood changes. You know, that's what normally happens. So let's just see what happens. We beat Everton. Everything's rosy. And then the window's a great window, especially if someone like Dan Burn or Trippier scores the winner. Or Trippier cross in and Dan Burn gets on the end of it. That would be awesome as well.
Better Chris Wood did.
Yeah, Chris Wood gets on the end of a goal. I mean, I backed him to score a header against Leeds, so I lost a tenner. I don't think I got any bet right that day. Paul, do you want to jump off and get ready? Because you're literally 3 minutes away from going live, mate. See you, Paul. See you in a bit. I'll see you in about 10 or 15. Considering the financial clout, if I was a Toon fan, I would be disappointed. Really? 5 players? Most money spent out of anyone in the window? You got to look at it that way sometimes. Wilson won't be back, believe me. There's a very good chance.
He said that 3 times tonight. Why do you suddenly think Wilson's dead? I don't understand that.
I think it depends on the severity of his injury, doesn't it? And whether he can get to...
It's probably March-ish. That's what they've said. That's what Howe said. So he said literally...
So how many games would you then make fully fit? So bearing in mind, he's got to get match fit again. That's the way I look at it. Because if he's back in March, it takes him at least, 3 games to get up and running?
There's cup games in February as well, so, you know.
If he comes back...
Treasury agrees with Jade and exactly Jules as well.
Let's say he doesn't play again till April. He's still got Tottenham, Wolves, Leicester, Norwich, Liverpool, City, Arsenal, Burnley. There's a lot of games still to play, even if he doesn't come back till April. So he'll have 8 or 9 matches if he doesn't come back till April.
Perfect. Is that match fit though? So he gets at least 2-3 games in before.
I mean, we've been told mid-March-ish, haven't we?
Yeah.
So if he plays on the 2nd of April, which is the next available fixture, then that'll be 2.5 weeks to get back to fitness, I guess.
Amazing. Right, 2 more quick shout outs. Martin Leader, thank you very much for the £10 super chat. It's absolutely incredible. Feck them Red Rants and their owners. Thank you to everyone here today for look forwards to the future content. Mods have done a great job too. Yes, they have. Thank you very much to the mods in the background who have marshaled the chat very well. And Martin has also become a member, so welcome to the family. That's it from us. So if you want to jump over to the Toon Review channel, he'll take us to midnight. Most of us will be jumping over there as well. I'll jump over in about 15-20 minutes time. I just need a few slices of pizza to get me through the rest of the night. And I think I'm going to go and grab a beer as well because we deserve one. Thank you, Jade, Willie, Stato, Danielle, Richard, and everybody else who's been on the channel all the way through the day. It's been a mammoth 10 hours so far. 12 hours. There's another 2 hours.
12 hours.
Yeah, another 2 hours to go, and then the window slams shut, and then we'll find out whether we have enough or not.
1 hour to go for signing.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
Come on, let's have another back with it.
If you have enjoyed watching, there's been 1,300's been the peak, or 13,500 or something like that. It's just been absolutely incredible. Please smash the subscribe button. Please consider being a member. Please check out our charity we sponsor. Please check out our sponsor of the channel. I need to get that out of the way. The comment out of the way. Silly me. Where were we? There he is. Sponsor of the channel, Northern Soul Photo Guy. Please check out my mate who does carpentry and joinery. And if you'd like one of these signs, please contact us. £40 and a £100 donation to the food bank. It's absolutely incredible. From the whole panel, Good night, everyone. World of Sport TV is now finished until tomorrow. We've got a great show with Warren Barton on at 6 o'clock, talking about all the signings we've made, and he will give us his professional opinion of whether Newcastle have done good business and done bits in this transfer window. So let's hope we have. Have a good night, everyone.